In France, they've started harvesting. And in the Champagne region, an intern that was with us a couple of years ago told me today that they finished harvesting in Champagne, which is a lot earlier. I mean, I remember in the 80s, I used to go there and we finished harvesting, towards the end of September. So now he's telling me that they finished end of August. So that just demonstrates how global warming is having an impact. However, not the whole of Champagne is finished yet. In the south of France, many of the producers have been picking for quite a while already, but at Domaine Grier, because we have higher altitude and as a result of that, slightly cooler conditions, we pick a bit later. We normally go into October. But Raphael, can you tell us a bit about the harvesting? We're talking about our vineyard in particular and the Maccabeu. When will that be harvested? Or how much before the white wine will the bubbly grapes be harvested? If you can just give us an indication on that.
Yes, the Maccabeu we pick for the bubbly need to be at 10.5, so we pick very early. But very early for our vineyard is beginning of September. So I think that next week it will be ready. And for the cuvée Maccabeu that we taste today, I think that it will be around the 20th of September. Last year, generally we start to pick grapes from Domaine Grier with the Chardonnay, that's our earliest variety, for the bubbly, and then for the still wine. And last year, it was the first year from the history that we were able to pick Maccabeu and Chardonnay at the same time. Generally, we have 2 weeks, 10 days, 2 weeks. We pick the Maccabeu later than the Chardonnay. I forgot when I spoke about the area, I forgot a character from the movie is the wind that is very important in our vineyard that we call Tramontane. It's a very strong wind, and we have more than 200 days, windy days per year. It's very often that we have some breeze to very strong winds, and that is very important for the health of the vineyard.
So in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we will have harvested our Maccabeu in France, and I don't know if you had a look at the grapes on the vines. When the grapes are slightly unripe, obviously the color is green to yellow, but as they ripen, and especially if they're exposed to sun, they get almost a gris-like appearance. I mean, most of the traditional varieties in the Côte de Roussillon are mid to late season varieties. I mean, the Maccabeu, Grenache Blanc, Grenache Gris, Grenache, Syrah, they're all mid-season, with Carignan being a very late ripener. And there's a good reason for that. They specifically, over the hundreds of years, they've determined that in a warmer part of France, it's better to have later ripeners so that the grapes don't ripen in the heat. And makes a lot of sense.